This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, A and B.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. So just now we started the distributed communication U3. That is what is an interface in a distributed system. So interface is nothing but a interface provides the modules the different functions and variables present in other modules. Okay. The reliable interface and also we processor and remote processor. In case of local processor, difference between the local, will not work in distributed system. So core by ideal. So that is the mechanism which we will use because we cannot access the variables or modules. So through core interface definition language, we can have some form of commonism between the two modules. Okay, so another difference between local is local we cannot be used in RMI or RPC. Local procedure variables are not used in RMI because it consists of only one type of variable. Input or remote method, two methods are there. That is in case of input input output. So output as well as totally three are there. So that is the beginning. That is interfaces, remote processors in the distributed system. So now we will see the communication between the distributed system. Communication between the distributed objects. Okay, that we will see now. Communication in the distributed object. Yeah. So introduction part is over. First one. Introduction part is over. Now we will discuss the second part. That is the communication between the distributed systems. This is the second part. So communicate. So here what we will discuss is communication between distributed objects. That means we will extend the model that is supported by object-oriented programming languages. Extend the support given by the object-oriented programming languages. Okay, to apply it for the distributed system. Okay, object extend the model support object to make it apply for the distributed object. So extends the OOP concept. Okay, that is what is happening in the communication between distributed objects. So there are there are subtopics here. First one is object model. So what it contains? It contains a brief review of aspects relevant to the object model. Okay, suitable with the basic knowledge of OOP. Basic knowledge of OOP in C++ and Java. You may have these concepts in C++ or Java. That is about this object model. Second one is distributed object model. So what it contains? So it contains the discussion on extension of this object model and a plus object model plus what we will further learn here is how do you, what are the other support for the distributed object, extension of the object model and support for the distributed object DO. That also we will learn in, apart from object model, we will also learn what support for the distributed object. So that is the second topic which we will discuss in communication between distributed objects. And third one is design issues. Design issues for RMI. So what we will discuss here, we will discuss about the first a local invocations are executed only once, but what suitable semantics is possible for remote invocations. So local invocation contains only one semantics, whereas remote invocation contains what are the suitable semantics for remote invocation. So that we will discuss in the design issues of the remote, and also how RMI semantics be made similar to those of local method invocation. What differences cannot be eliminated. That is about this local invocation and remote invocation. Clear? లోకల్ ఇన్వొకేషన్ కి రిమోట్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ డిఫరెన్స్ ఎలిమినేట్ చేయలేం మనం. సో అవి ఏమి ఎలిమినేట్ చేయం. దట్ వి విల్ డిస్కస్. అండ్ what are the similarities between the local invocation and remote invocation? Similarities between the local and remote. So that we also will discuss. Similarities we will discuss. Differences also we will discuss in design issues. And what are the semantics in the local invocation and semantics in the remote invocation? That also we will discuss in this design issues of the RMI. Okay, design issues of RMI. What we will discuss? We will discuss about the differences and similarities between local invocation, remote invocation, and also the local invocation semantics and remote invocation semantics. Okay, so that those 2 points we will discuss in design. And implementation. In implementation of this is about design issue, and next one is implementation. In implementation of so how a layer of the middleware above the request reply protocol may be designed to support the RMI between the application level distributed objects. Application level distributed, that we will discuss in implementation of the RMI. And a middleware ఎలా useful అవుతుంది, above the request reply, how the middleware layer is useful. So that we will discuss in RMI. Okay, is it everyone? Okay, any doubt? Any doubt in the different topics? Okay, so okay, I want the just attendance, so just wait. Okay, so just give me a minute. CR, do you have attendance? A and B CR, do you have attendance? A and B CR, do you have attendance?
5 minutes, sir.
Yeah, please post in the chat box. Absent is A and B both.
Okay, sir.
A and B both. Yeah, please post. Okay, so shall I expect attendance now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please post absent list. So I'm just repeating the attendance. Absentees are, it is 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, 18, 21, 28, 29, 56, 57, and 60. Am I right? These were CSE A absentees. Okay, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, 18, 21, 28, 29, 56, 57, 60. And what about 4 CSE B absentees? 4 CSE B absentees, I think already posted. So 4 CSE B absentees. (62), 66, 68, 74, 84, and 97. Okay. Okay, good. Now we will continue. Now we will continue the discussion. That is, so we have discussed each topic. So in object model, what we will discuss is we will discuss about the basics of OOP. And in distributed object model, apart from OOPS, we will also add the support for the we will also add the support for the distributed that is about the distributed object model. Okay, not only that one, but also we'll add support for the distributed object. That is about distributed object model means OOPS concepts. Most of the concepts are in Java and C++. Okay, and the third one is design issues for RMI. What is the third topic? Design issues for RMI. In this, what we will discuss is we will discuss about the local invocation and remote invocation semantics. Local invocation, remote invocation semantics. That is first thing. And second thing is differences between and similarities between the local invocation versus remote invocation. So that we will discuss in design issues of the RMI. And in the implementation of the RMI, what we will discuss is we will discuss about the how a middleware is useful in the how a middleware is actually useful in the yeah, how implemented above the request and reply, so to support the RMI between the application level objects. So that is what the implementation. Okay, that is what the implementation. And the last one is distributed garbage collection. So what is this? This contains an algorithm for distributed garbage collection which is suitable for RMI, specific to RMI. Okay, distributed garbage collection specific to RMI, So that we will discuss in this first topic, that is communication between the distributed object. Any doubt in this? I mean, you got clarity, right? So what we are going to discuss. So now the first topic is the object model. So what is an object? What is an object-oriented programming? So object-oriented programming consists of collection of objects. What is an object-oriented programming? So it consists of collection of objects. Okay, collection of objects, each of which what each of the objects contains data and data members and methods and member functions. C++ లో అయితే ఏమంటాం డేటా మెంబర్స్ మెంబర్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అంటాం. ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఏముంటాయండి, డేటా ఉంటుంది, అలానే ఏముంటాయి, మెథడ్స్ ఉంటాయి. Object consists of data as well as methods, and an object communicates with another object. How these two objects communicate by invoking their methods. How they communicate? By invoking their methods, generally passing the arguments and receiving the results. And objects can encapsulate their data and code of their method. Is one of the property of the object-oriented method, encapsulation. What is meant by encapsulation? Encapsulation means wrapping up of data and functions into single unit. Is nothing but the encapsulation. What is an encapsulation? Wrapping up of data and functions into single unit is nothing but the encapsulation. Clear? So now some languages, for example Java and C++, allow programs to define objects whose instance variables can be accessed directly. So but for use in a distributed object system, an object data should be necessarily accessible only via methods. An object's data can only be accessed via methods. Okay, so what is meant by object reference? So first definition in this topic is what is meant by object reference, or object reference. Object reference. So objects can be accessed by object references. Okay, for example in Java, a variable that appeared to hold an object, the variable for example in Java, a variable that appeared to hold an object Java a variable that appears to hold an object actually holds a reference to that object. That is nothing but the object reference. A variable that appears to hold an object is actually what? Reference to an object. To invoke a method in an object, okay, to invoke a method in object, the object reference and method name given together with all the necessary arguments. Okay, so an object, what is an object? An object is a reference to a method, and what is an object reference? An object reference through which we can access the objects. And in Java, a variable that appears to hold an object actually holds a reference to that object. Okay, in Java, what is a variable? A variable in Java holds an object. A variable that appears to hold an object actually reference to Java reference. అందుకే జావాలో కూడా డిఫాల్ట్ మెకానిజం పాస్ బై రెఫరెన్స్, నాట్ ది వాల్యూ. సో పాస్ బై రెఫరెన్స్ అన్నమాట. అండ్ టు ఇన్వోక్ ఎ మెథడ్ ఇన్ అన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్, ది ఆబ్జెక్ట్ రెఫరెన్స్ అండ్ మెథడ్ నేమ్ ఆర్ గివెన్. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ రెఫరెన్స్ ఇస్తాము, అట్లానే మెథడ్ నేమ్. అంటే సపోజ్ క్లాస్ ఏ ఉందనుకోండి, ఏ అనేది క్లాస్ నేమ్ అనుకోండి, ఏ స్పేస్ ఓబీజే అనేది ఏంటి? ఆబ్జెక్ట్ రెఫరెన్స్. ఏ స్పేస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అనేది ఒక reference అన్నమాట. So what that reference contains? So that reference contains the is the only means through which we can access the methods in the Java. Okay, method ఎక్కడ ఉంటాయి? క్లాస్ లో ఉంటాయి. So how we can access those methods? We can access through objects. Through objects only we can access the through objects only we can access the methods. And the object whose method is invoked is sometimes nothing but the target object and sometimes the receiver. Object references are first class, meaning that they may, for example, be assigned to variables, passed as an argument and written as an argument. First class entities, PPL లో కూడా వచ్చింది ఇదే కాన్సెప్ట్. PPL లో ఎక్కడ వచ్చిందంటే ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్, ఫంక్షనల్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ వచ్చింది PPL లో. So what is a first class entity? A first class entity is an entity where we can pass as an arguments, retrieve as a result, and finally assign to the variables. Objects can be assigned to the variables. Okay, is the concept clear? అర్థమవుతుందండి? అర్థమవుతున్న ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటే బేసిక్స్ ఏం తెలిసినవే, బట్ you have to refresh once again. Okay, what is an interface? An interface provides a definition of the signatures of the set of methods. Signatures of the set of methods, that is arguments, return values and exceptions. So these collectively called as a what you call interface. Okay, so we don't specify any implementation here. Without specifying implementation, what we will specify is in the in interfaces we will provide a signatures అంటే declarations ఉంటాయి అంతే. Interface contains what? Signatures అంటే ఏంటి? Declaration of what? Of methods without specifying the implementation. అర్థమవుతుందండి? So what is an interface? An interface is nothing but what? Interface is nothing but the definition of the signatures of the set of methods without specifying the implementation. And an object will provide a particular interface if its class contains code that implement the method of that interface. Okay, that contains the code that implements if its class contains a code that implements the methods of the interface. అంటే ఇంటర్ఫేస్ లో డిక్లరేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి అంటున్నాం, ఐ మీన్ సిగ్నేచర్స్ ఉంటాయి అంటున్నాం. సో హూ విల్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్? ఇట్ విల్ బి ఇంప్లిమెంటెడ్ ఇన్ బై ది ఆబ్జెక్ట్. An object provide a particular interface if its class contain a code that implements the methods of that interface. Java లో ఉన్న ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ఏముంటాయి? ఓన్లీ మెథడ్ సింటాక్స్ ఉంటుంది అంతే, సిగ్నేచర్స్ ఉంటాయి. బట్ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇంప్లిమెంటెడ్? ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇంప్లిమెంటెడ్ ఇన్ క్లాస్, చైల్డ్ క్లాస్. Clear? So that is nothing but the interfaces. An interface also defines the type that can be used to declare the types of the variables or of the parameters and return values of the methods. And interfaces do not have constructors. Another important point here. Another important. So understand the difference between interface and a class. An interface only provides the signature or the methods, whereas the actual implementation is provided by the class. That is the difference between the interface and a class. Interface and a class. Now, interface also defines the types that can be used to declare the variables of the types, parameters and return values of the methods, and we can, that means interface also contains variables, so which are used for returning returning from the function and passing the arguments to the function. So those are in terms of variables only. Those variables are also provided by the interface. Interface also provides variables. Clear? And interface also contains, interface do not contain constructor. Interface do not contain constructor. Okay, na? So interface it only contains variables and method signatures, and those are actually implemented in the child class. So what is an object reference? Object reference is objects can be accessed via object reference, and in Java by default the pathway mechanism is object reference, and yeah, and object references are first class entity. That means they can assign to variables. We can assign to variables. Objects can be assigned to variables, passed as arguments to the function, written as the result from the function, written as the result of the function or a method. Okay, clear? That is nothing but the this object mode. So object mode even discuss chesam. Object references, which is nothing but first class entities. Second one is interfaces. What is second one? Interface. What is interface? Interface is provides the variables and methods. So these are implemented the variables and methods which are present in the class interfaces are implemented by a child class. Third one is action. Actions. Third one is actions. So what are actions? So actions in object-oriented program is initiated by an object invoking a method in another object. Is initiated by a method invoking అంటే సెంటర్ నుంచి receiver లో ఉన్నటువంటి method invoke చేయాలి. So how we can invoke? By passing the method from the sender side. So who will initiate the action? So sender will initiate the action in the object-oriented program. And an invocation can include additional information, that is arguments needed to carry out the method. Okay, the receiver executes the appropriate method and then returns control to the invoking object, sometimes applying as the result. Okay, so what are the additional information? Receiver Am I visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So what we're discussing is object model. So what is an action in an object model? So that is what we're discussing. So what is an action in the distributed, object model? So an action is nothing but it is an action is an object is initiated by an object invoking a method in another object. So this is an action. So action is invoked by sending process to the receiving process. That is what the action means. Okay. And so what is an immediate effect of this action? So immediate effect is the state of the receiver may be changed. The state of the receiver may be changed, and a new object may be instantiated, for example, by passing as a constructor in Java or C++. Clear? So state of the receiver and receiver ఏమవుతుంది ఇప్పుడు రిసీవర్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి మెథడ్ ఇన్వోక్ చేయాలి. సో ఏమవుతుంది అప్పుడు స్టేట్ అనేది చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. అలానే ఒక న్యూ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఒక కొత్త ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అనేది క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది. అండ్ ఇంకా ఈ అదర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఉన్నటువంటి ఇన్వొకేషన్స్ అనేవి కంటిన్యూ అవుతా ఉంటాయి. అదర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఉన్నటువంటి ఇన్వొకేషన్స్ కూడా ఏమవుతాయి కంటిన్యూ అవుతా ఉంటాయి. ద కాన్సెప్ట్ క్లియర్ టు ఎవ్రీవన్? అర్థవుతుందని యాక్షన్స్ వల్ల ఏమవుతుందో. సో ఒక యాక్షన్స్ వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ రిమోట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి మెథడ్ ఇన్వొకేషన్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది. ఈ జరగడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే త్రీ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ అనేవి అవుతాయి. ఏంటంటే స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ రిసీవర్ మే చేంజ్, న్యూ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఈజ్ ఇన్స్టాన్షియేటెడ్, అండ్ other further invocations on the remote object can be takes place. Okay. So what is an action? An action is a chain of related method invocations, and an action is a chain of related method invocations, each of which eventually returns. Clear? That is about the fourth topic in the object model. The third topic. And fourth topic is exceptions. Fourth topic is exceptions. So what is an exception? Can anybody say what is an exception? Runtime error, unexpected error. Ante kadandi. So program may encounter many sort of errors. So what is that unexpected? So that is nothing but the exception. So during the execution of a method, many different problems may be discovered. For example, inconsistent values in the object variables. What is the first one? Inconsistent values in the object variables, or failures in attempting to read or write to a files or network sockets. ఇందాక మనం చూసాం యూనిట్ 2 లో IO ఎక్సెప్షన్, సాకెట్ ఎక్సెప్షన్. సాకెట్ క్లోజ్ చేసిన సాకెట్ ఓపెన్ చేయడం ట్రై చేశారు అనుకోండి, ఏమవుతుంది? సాకెట్ ఎక్సెప్షన్ వస్తుంది. అర్థం? సో ఈ ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ అనేవి ఏంటి? అన్డిజైర్డ్ బిహేవియర్. Clear? అర్థవుతుందండి? So that is nothing but the network socket. Okay, so those are the actually inconsistent values in object variables. Read and write. Suppose if you try to read a file which is already reached the end of the file, which exception you will occur? End of the file exception. End of the file exception. If you try to read a file which already reached the end of the file, then end of the file exception occur. Clear? IO exception. Read or write. Reading from the input stream, buffer input stream, input buffer stream, output buffer stream అని ఉంటాయి. So వాటిలో ఉన్న if you try to read a buffer which is not empty, you will get IO exception. You will get what? IO exception. So these are nothing but the exceptions in object-oriented model. So what is an action? An action is a chain of related invocations related in a distributed system. Okay. Is the concept clear, everyone? Other than the exception means runtime error or unexpected conditions, many sort of errors. Okay, so this is about the exception. And when programmer need to insert tests in order to deal with all possible unusual or erroneous cases, so this detract from the clarity of the normal case. So for example, అంటే మీరు ఎజర్ట్ అని వినే ఉంటారు C++ కోడ్ లో మీరు I think you might have seen that assertions. Assertion అంటే ఏంటంటే which is not intended actually, so that is nothing but the assertion. Okay, so what is exceptions can provide a clean way to deal with errors, okay, without complicating the code. అంటే ఏమైనా ఫెయిల్యూర్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, సో హౌ టు హ్యాండిల్ దట్ ఎక్సెప్షన్, దట్ ఆల్సో బీయింగ్ డన్ బై దిస్ exception. The concept clear? Other than exception, so what are exceptions? Is exceptions are unusual conditions. Reading a socket which is already closed, socket exception. Reading a file which already reached the end of the file, IO exception. Clear? So these are nothing but the IO exception. Okay, and a block of code may be defined to throw an exception wherever particular unexpected condition, try block antar danni. And whenever you throw an exception, that will be being catched by the catch block. Okay, so catch block contains what? Exception. So control does not return to the place where the exception was found. Back ki raadandi eppudu, only goes the catch and dealt in the catch and leave from the catch. That's it. Control never come back to the place where the exception is from. Okay, so that is another important topic in distributed object model. Fifth one is garbage collection, GC. What is the fifth one? Garbage collection. So what is the garbage collection? And it is necessary to provide the provide a means of freeing the space occupied by the objects when they no longer needed. When object is no longer needed, we need to free the space occupied by them. For example, Java. So it can detect automatically when object is no longer it will be performed by default by the JVM. JVM will do the garbage collection. Okay, and it recovers the space and make it available for allocation for other objects. Our space ni where objects is found anamata. Space ni our space ni where objects is found. So this is about the distributed garbage collection. So we'll continue in the other C++ anukondi. No, the programmer has to free the space explicitly without allocating to the object. So this may lead to this is a major source of errors. So we will discuss further in the next coming classes. Okay, thank you.
current